LTD, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Lisaga. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Lisaga. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. About to raise the bar, wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Lisaga. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar, we about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Lisaga. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar, ayy. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody.
Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. I.O.W. Sports. How's everybody doing today? Of course, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, episode 280, 283, 284. It's something around there. We racking these episodes up. I do believe. No, see, that's how many episodes that we done. We on 239. I'm all over the place. Anyway, it's your boy Wild Card Mar in the building. Of course, as always, much love, respect to my brother from another. I call him 40 Water. Y'all call him Silent Hill TDS for the greatest intro in the podcast game. Yes. Go show my player partner pimp 40 Water Silent Hill TDS some love on YouTube. Going over to Hitchhikers. Type in Hitchhikers and show my player partner some love. And then in the meantime, going over to Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1 is the address. And then, of course, I.O.W. Sports Network is the address to our Instagram page, our Facebook page, and our own YouTube page. So while you're over there checking out Silent Hill TDS on Hitchhikers on YouTube, I.O.W. Sports Network on YouTube, give us a like, share, a follow, a subscription, and spread the word what we got going on. And make sure you're going over to the Facebook page, join the Facebook page. But that page is for y'all. Yeah, the viewers and the listeners, that's for y'all, because that's where you can give your sports takes, drop funny sports memes, and hell, if you got your own content, we love networking. So please don't be shy. Share your own content. You got a podcast, regular podcast, sports podcast. Share your content. And of course, if you got a small business, share away. Plug yourself. Promote yourself. Hey, That's what the page is intended for. But most importantly, we definitely gonna talk some sports on there. And as always, go cop some merch. It's the link at the top of that Facebook page. You'll see myself all in some J. Edwin Collection, because J. Edwin Collection is a t-shirt company that is owned by Detroit Mail, and it provides all the merch for I.O.W. Sports. So cop you a hoodie, cop your t-shirt. But one thing you can't get, bam! You can't get that on that link. In order to get the official I.O.W. Sports snapback, well, guess what? You got to hit that Cash App. You see that Cash App, $ I.O.W. Sports Network, scrolling down below. Hit that Cash App. $30. Give us an actual physical address, the address that you want us to ship the hat to. And it's so clean, it's so sharp, and it's so exclusive. But you gotta hit the Cash App if you want the snap back. All right. Woo. Woo. All right. Now I got that out the way. All that good stuff out the way. Let's see in the building. Yes. Yes, MJ. Yes, we live, baby. Yeah. How about them Yankees? Yes, the Yankees clinch the AL East. Clinch the AL East tonight. Well, let's talk about it real quick. I'm glad you guys clinched the East. The Yankees were scaring me a little bit, just a little bit. You was kind of letting other teams in the East kind of catch up with you down the stretch of this season. It closed that gap, pretty relatively shortened it for sure. Yeah, I know you had no worries, and I understand that, but I know you had to worry a little bit once Toronto and Tampa Bay kind of slowly started closing that gap. But you took care of business. Obviously, the Red Sox are the only team that ain't over 500 and worth the damn. As you see, both the Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles are trying to fight for a wild card spot. Baltimore is 3.5 back of Seattle for that last and final position in the wild card in the AL. But no, I think it was a good. Yeah, and guess what? I would too. I would walk Judge every time, especially if you were a team that's in contention, trying to get a spot in either a wild card position or division. I'm not trying to give up no games to the Yankees because I let Aaron Judge just smack the ball all over the ballpark. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Only Yankee fans are going to be mad that he's getting walked. Because y'all know the deal is y'all want to see him break that Yankees record, single season home run record for the Yankees. You want to see him do it. Judge has been kind of stuck on 60 for the last 7 straight games. I think it's because he's pressing. I think Aaron Judge is pressing is because he's looking at the calendar. He's like, man, shit, man. Those regular season games are coming to an end relatively quick. I think there's 8 or 9 games left in the season, and so I think he's pressing a little bit. I think he's feeling that the time is running out to try to break this record, and obviously, with good reason too. We talked about it on Monday's show, and we talked about it on the late night show before. Aaron Judge is going to get a lot of money thrown at him next year, and it's not just going to be the Yankees throwing money at him too. So there's a possibility. I mean, you really got to think about it. There's a possibility that he might not be in pinstripes next year. He might not be a Yankee next year. So, yeah, why not try to get the most exclusive, well, not exclusive, but the most, I guess, prestigious record in the Yankees franchise? Single season home run record. I mean, hey, your nickname is the Bronx Bombers. You know, what's better than be the ultimate Bronx bomber? You know, who has more home runs than you in the regular season? So, you know, I I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Obviously, I'm just kind of giving my opinion from the outside looking in, but I just think he's pressing just a little bit. And like Matt said, alluded to, you know, there's going to be some teams that ain't going to pitch to him. You know, uh, and I think that plays a part in it too, Matt. I hear what you're saying. They aren't giving him much to hit, and he doesn't really swing at pitches out of the zone, and rightfully so. Like I said, um, as an opponent to Aaron Judge, I'm not gonna sit there and just let you you know, take the game from me single handedly. Can't let you do that. Um, but I agree with that statement too. You know, the pitchers aren't giving him a lot to work with. Uh, but he shouldn't feel so down on that. He should also feel honored in some type of weird, twisted way about that. Because let's be honest, in baseball, only the greats, you know, get walked. Only the greats, only the dangerous people. You know, when a Barry Bonds comes up to plate, you be like, whew, I can't give him nothing over the plate. He's either going to have to chase or I'm walking him. But I ain't giving you nothing to hit. But trust, Aaron Judge is going to get a pitcher. He's going to get a pitcher that's going to try to pitch away from him or kind of paint the outside of the zone and try to stay away from the middle as much as possible. And there's going to be a pitcher that's going to make a mistake. There's going to be a pitcher that's going to make a mistake. So he'll get that 61. But right now, ain't too many of these pitchers trying to sit here and say, man, I ain't trying to be on that side of history, of Aaron Judge's history. Nah, I ain't trying to do it. So, you know, this is expected. You know, it's one of those things. You just don't let Aaron Judge single-handedly just change the game. You know, don't come up in a moment where you got players on base. You know, you got two on or hell, bases loaded. You don't want none of that. You don't want to be pitching to him in those type of situations because now you got to pitch to him. You know, but Aaron Judge is going to be fine. He will win MVP, and his price going into free agency next year is about to skyrocket even more. And don't let that man win a World Series. If the Yankees win a World Series, oh, Hal Steinbrenner is going to have to literally just sign Steinbrenner on that check and just hand it over. It's blank. That's how much it's going to be. If he wins MVP and brings a World Series title. I mean, you're just going to have to just say, hey, man, what do you want? What do you want? You know? So, I mean, you know, it's good that the Yankees went ahead and settled that division. Obviously, you know, is sitting behind 6 games behind Houston. I mean, look, we're on a collision course here in the ALCS. I mean, it's literally been the you know, penciled in ALCS matchup. Houston, the Cheat Trolls. I like that remix I just gave them, the Cheat Trolls. Take on the Bronx Bombers. That matchup has been having everybody's mouth salivating from the beginning of the season. And what each team has done is literally Astros. I like that one too, Matt. Astros. You know, 101 victories for the Astros, and then you got 95 with the Yanks. And you know, there's about eight games excuse me, about 8 or 9 games for each team. So those numbers are definitely potentially going to go up for sure for both franchises. And hell, um, I mean, it's a collision course. It really is. You look at the Houston Astros, obviously being a dominant team. The Yankees winning their division. The Cleveland Guardians, not the uh, Indians no more. The Guardians. Make sure we PC on the Cleveland Guardians of the Cleveland. Um, they're 86 win division AL Central champs. I don't see really no threat to bust up this Yankees and Astros matchup we've all been dying for, who are fans of baseball. We've been dying to see this matchup. Dying to see it. I mean, Matt, tell the world, man. Y'all don't like nothing about the Astros. Y'all don't like nothing about them, especially since they took that World Series from y'all. That they was later found out that they was cheating. They beat the Yankees on the way to the World Series that year. So, trust me, I get your frustration, Yankees fans. I would say fuck them too. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I think Yankees fans gonna hold on to their girls for a hot minute. So that's going on in baseball world, obviously. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to keep tracking of any home run that either Aaron Judge hits or Albert Pujols hits. Matter of fact, he can add on to his historic home run career. So he has a potential to add that. He said, "Fuck them. They in the same category as Boston." Hey. I trust me. I understand the hatred, especially when you feel like you got gypped out of a possible opportunity to win a championship. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. I understand the hate and dislike for the Houston Astros. So I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it, and it makes perfect sense to me on why you hate the Astros so much is if you're a Yankees player or a Yankees fan. I get it, especially if you're a Yankees player on that team. Hey, but y'all know the deal. We didn't know almost 18 minutes in the show, and we ain't even cheers, y'all. Hey, y'all know what the deal is. Get your drink, get your smoke, man. Let's have a good show tonight. After the day I had today, boy, it's been a long day. That was necessary. That Modelo hit the spot, boy. Anyway, we are excuse me. Of course, as baseball gets closer to playoff times, which is going to be exciting time. You got NHL around the corner. That's going to be kicking off their regular season soon. And then right after NHL, you got NBA kicking off their season. St. Louis Cardinals clinched the NL Central as expected. Let me say this about the Cardinals real quick. I want to see how far Albert can go. Now that the team's in the playoffs, you got your spot. You know you're going to be there. How important or how much of a factor will Albert Pujols be? I'm hoping that he brings a huge, I guess, emotional boost to the team because obviously it's supposed to be his quote unquote final season. I'm not sure how true that is, especially at the way that Pujols has found some kind of weird resurgence this year and then getting to 700. So I don't know if he continues. I'm not sure, but I would love the the typical what they say, the Disney script where your man Albert Pujols is hit 700 home runs this year in his career. Had a crazy resurgence, uh, and he goes out and wins the World Series. I would love to see that for Albert Pujols. I know he's won World Series before, but hey, you can look. You can never, ever pass up a good opportunity to pretty much let the sports gods give you a script written for Hollywood type situation. It's not rare that you get. It's very rare that you get them, I should say. It doesn't happen often. And yeah, I remember that Yadier Molina, the best catcher in the game for the last almost 10, 15 years. He's calling it a career. So I don't know if Pujols sticks it out with him and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go right off in the sunset with you, Yachty." I'm not sure, but that'd be a nice script for Yachty as well. Go out on top as the best catcher possibly in Major League Baseball history and get you a championship on the way out. So we'll see how it goes. So you got baseball coming up, like we said, with playoffs. I mean, hell, October's this Sunday. And then NBA and hockey kicking off. I saw something interesting today. And it came from yesterday, as majority, well, not majority, but all of NBA teams pretty much did media day. And then, of course, at the Brooklyn Nets media day, they, we showed the clip with Kevin Durant on the Day Show Monday afternoon about the situation and all the offseason stuff and the drama and the damn days of our Brooklyn Nets lives go, the little soap opera that they had going on all damn summer. And Kyrie pretty much said that he felt it was an ultimatum. Getting vaccinated or not. Yeah, 20 minutes on baseball. That shit got crazy, man. I looked at the time. I was like, damn, man, we didn't spend almost damn 20 minutes talking baseball. But it's okay. It's all good. Hey, we're a sports show. We're supposed to talk sports, right? But no. Kyrie, pretty much in that media day, said before the 2020-2021 season kicked off, and pretty much all the COVID stuff pretty much ran rampant. Excuse me. He had the opportunity to sign a 4-year, $100 million contract. And he's saying that before he got pretty much sent home and saying, because of his vaccination status and told not to come back until further notice. It's just, all right. Let's be honest, y'all. I never had any intention to ever get the vaccination. I'm still not vaccinated, and I still don't plan on doing it. But you know what will make me get the vaccination? Bingo, you guess it, $100 million fucking dollars will make me go get that vaccination, because anything that goes wrong with that situation, I got the damn money to get it fixed. $100 million will make me say, yes, sir, I'll get vaccinated in a heartbeat. Call it whatever you want. Call it selling out. I don't give a fuck. Call me the rich sellout. For real. My job right now, say, Mr. Wallace, we gonna need you to get vaccinated. And I'm gonna go, motherfucker, I ain't doing shit. And they gonna say, hey, Mr. Wallace, go get vaccinated. It's $100 million. You said what? You said $100 million. Hey man, make this poke quick, man. Don't hurt me neither. Hey, call it what you want. You know. People say, oh, well, you can't stick to your guns. Hey man, $100 million make you forget about a lot of shit you're supposed to stick with. If I get $100 million, hey, my old lady better not hope I ever win the lottery, boy. I'm out. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. Don't let her see this. I'm tripping. It's the weed. It's the weed and Modelo fucking with me. I didn't mean that. Jokes, y'all. They jokes. But no, I mean, but one thing I'm not joking about, $100 million? Let's take a shot. Okay. Oh no! In all seriousness, though, Matt. Even though I'm joking like hell, I salute Kyrie's, willingness to stand his ground. I give him props for that. A lot of people, I can't cap if I'm put in that situation. They say $100 million, or you can just go home. $100 million, I'll go home. Well, how about I go home with that $100 million? I like that option. But no, I'm with you, man. 100%. Kyrie is solid as hell for standing his own ground, his own beliefs, and I've always praised him for that. And I do believe that there was some silliness going on with the Brooklyn Nets this year. Let's just be honest about it. But one thing that concerns me is that we get all these media shit talking about, oh, we're moving past it. Even KD is all in, and he's forgot about the trade request and not. Nah. And the reason why I brought this whole story up with what Kyrie said on the media day situation, as in he felt like he pretty much was, put in an ultimatum whether to get vaccinated or not. And Sean Marks, the GM, caught wind of the comments and said his own piece and said, no, there was not a such thing as this was an ultimatum. And so, vaccine this. And so, here's my issue. We see all these reports and talking and blah, blah, blah. Where the Brooklyn Nets are putting everything behind them, with Kyrie and KD. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I come on now. Come on now. That team ain't give a damn about Kyrie. They like the idea of him and what he does. But my bigger point is all these talking points saying, oh, the Brooklyn Nets are so buttoned up now. They taking care of all the summer drama and put it past them, put it behind them. Well, okay, sure. It don't sound like it, because now you seeing two public opinions getting put out there about one topic, and you got two different stories. So why not just blow this situation up? Just be done with it. Be done with it. Kyrie's about to be 30. I think KD's 33, 34. Hey, get rid of it then. Because y'all didn't have the whole soap opera all summer. And then in a short few weeks, like, y'all supposed to be in the same organization. Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They are not fundamentally sound. If you're looking at a franchise to say right now and say, boy, They are primed to get a championship. I'm sorry, I can't put the Nets in there. I still think they got a good roster, but I don't think they're the best team. I don't think they even operate like a team from top to bottom of the organization. But one thing I know I can count on in Brooklyn, boy, there's gonna be some drama. There's gonna be some he said, she said, he did that, she did that, he did that, and she did that. Okay. That's what's baffling about this whole situation is you got all this talent and most teams would die for to have. You trying to tell me there's not a team right now that they say, oh, I can't use Kyrie Irving, I can't use Kevin Durant, and you got them both in the same building, and you can't even put nothing close to even resembling a championship team. Yeah, you got championship team, championship talent worthy. You know, you got some dogs now on that Brooklyn team that, you know, would be a great addition on the championship team roster. Only problem is Brooklyn's so head in the clouds about life and shit that they not understanding it. They ain't getting it. But oh well. I know one thing, I won't be picking the Nets as my representative to come out the Eastern Conference once NBA kicks off. I just won't do it. I can't. I just been in too many competitive team atmospheres in all different types of sports, whether it's baseball, football, basketball. I've been in all those type of situations, locker rooms, dugouts, sidelines, on the court side, you know. And when you with your boys, you almost like a family. And guess what happens? You're not putting each other down. You holding each other up. You hold each other accountable. That's what builds championship material. The bonding, the camaraderie, the time spent, the sacrifices together, you know, especially when you sweat with a guy, and I don't mean pause. You know, you both are you know, putting blood, sweat, and tears into this. You guys are putting the time in with each other to build all that camaraderie that helps make a better team. That helps with your communication, helps with your you know, just overall being a good team player. And I'm not calling Kyrie or KD selfish. No. I'm not calling them selfish. But I will say there's some things that I think that aren't figured out quite yet, if that makes sense. But we'll see. You know who I actually like coming out of the East? You know, no. I'm gonna save my predictions. Because, you know, I want to get all the facts straight. I saw an interesting topic as well. Now that we're on NBA, it said DeAndre Ayton hasn't talked to Monty Williams since that Game 7 loss to Dallas in the conference semis. So that had to be in early June, late May. It's now pretty much October, so you ain't talked to your coach not once. And look, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this. You know, it's saying, hey, you ain't talked to your coach all off season. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it also shows. I'm trying to find the right words for this. it also shows that it might be a potential rift. Might be a potential rift. Because if you're not willing to even, even have any type of conversations, and I know why he's mad. Yeah, I mean, he got benched. He got benched. All right. He got benched. But as a coach, what do you want me to do? If you're not playing well, I'm just supposed to just keep putting you in the game just because you're DeAndre Ayton and he was a high draft pick? No. Monty Williams is trying to win. But here's one aspect of this whole story that I'm curious to find out. How did the organization feel about Monty Williams bitching DeAndre Ayton in that Game 7? Or ownership? Oh, that's right. Phoenix Suns are dealing with enough shit with the owner. Can't make this shit up. We got an owner who's using racial terms and sexist terms, and hell, you got a player that's the top high pick for you guys a few years back, and he's getting benched in the Game 7. You can't make those stories up. You ever wrestle? Are you talking about like singlet, like cauliflower ear wrestle? Or are you talking about like WWE wrestle? I've done either one, and I don't want to. As much as I love WWE, AEW, all them sports entities, I love them all, but I couldn't do it. That shit does not look comfortable on your body. It looks like a bruise waiting to happen every day, and I'm okay with that. I'm good on that shit. I ain't trying to sit there and nah, I'm good. Be in pain all the time. Nah, I'm good. But no, I know I'm just being silly, man. Singlet wrestling. No. Reason why I got turned off about that shit in high school is you look at all this. I don't know. Just the grappling part is some of them. I don't want you all up on me sweating and nah. I'm good. No, I'm good. When I like to sweat, I like to do it with a female. Not with your little motherfucking ass in the singlet wrestling with me. But I do know there are some people that you should mess with. And in high school, I didn't mess with the wrestlers. I was cool with the wrestlers. Because I've seen too many times back in the days, a dude thought he was bad and mess with a wrestler. And next thing you know, that wrestler had that motherfucker folded like a presser. And I was like, well, damn, Auntie Annie's, I can't fuck with you. I didn't want no parts of it. I stuck to baseball, football, basketball. I kept it simple. I kept it simple. And it's crazy. When I was in high school, I was out in Iowa. And University of Iowa, Iowa State, man, they take wrestling serious. I'm talking about serious. Some of the best wrestlers in collegiate history either went to Iowa or Iowa State. They got some dogs now. But no, I had no desire, and I didn't, because I never wanted to get no damn cauliflower ear. I think that's the reason why I never did it. I don't want no damn cauliflower ear. That shit looks gross. Like your ear on your shit got some ear on this shit. So respect the wrestlers though. Some badass dudes, but they will drop you on your head in a damn heartbeat. You want to fuck around and find out? All right. If wrestler boy getting that stance when he's looking like he's ready to grapple, it's over for your ass. It is over for your ass, like for real. You better find a way to talk your ass out of this fight. Because Wrestle Boy about to dump you on your head. And I seen it happen before. The couple of dudes thought they was, oh, you ain't nothing but a Wrestle Boy. All right. I mean, a wrestler will have you fucked up, boy. For real. They get their hands on you? Shit. It's like vice grips. They'll decide when to let go. But your ass finna go for a ride. You better get tossed. Come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, always be nice to your wrestling friends, man. They can turn a party into a murder scene real quick, bro. For real. They something else. They is something else. But no. I saw something in the NBA. Nah, I don't even want to talk about it. It's gonna fuck around, get my blood pressure up. Yeah, we gonna be Lakers free for a minute. All right, we'll wait till the season picks up before I even mention anything else about that team anymore. I just ain't got the stomach for it tonight. I just don't. Man, some injuries, some big injuries are going on in the football world right now. I know yesterday during the afternoon show, a couple of the fellas had put in about a Myles Garrett situation, and some of it is being leaked, man. You know, some of this stuff is being leaked. As you see right there, that's the Porsche right there, about to get pulled out the ditch, and go back a little bit. Ooh, hold on. So does those roads look like it rained, or am I just tripping? Because you know, and as soon as this clip gets done playing, I just wanted you guys to see the actual damage to that Porsche that Myles Garrett had, and yeah, look at that. Oh man, look at that. That thing looks in bad shape for real. Boy, he lucky he got a lot of money, man. You know, I'll just buy another Porsche tomorrow. Like, how great is it that you wreck a Porsche and go get a new one tomorrow? But no. Glad that he's okay. He was discharged from a hospital already. But this is scary. Just look at this. Look at that car, man. That's scary. Here's another piece that I saw, and I thought this was interesting because they got a little body cam on him just moments after the accident. So let's take a look at that.
To follow the car crash involving Browns player Myles Garrett. And tonight we have brand new body camera video showing the immediate aftermath of when first responders arrived on scene in Wellington.
Neil Fisher walks us through the new video and 911 calls and has the latest on Garrett's condition.
3 News has obtained body camera footage following a serious crash in Medina County involving Brown star Myles Garrett.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, it is on State Road.
The Medina County Sheriff's Office body camera shows firefighters attending to Garrett while cutting off his shirt.
Can you move? Is it a bicep tendon?
In the video, you can hear Garrett tell first responders his right arm is sore. Meanwhile, the female passenger that was in the car is lying on the ground being attended to by a firefighter. Witnesses who were at the scene described what they saw to dispatchers.
Okay, did they hit anything or did they go in a ditch or what happened, sir?
Dude, they flipped this thing, I do believe. They tore it up.
As Garrett is helped to his feet, video shows him appear to be off balance, and you can see him lean into the firefighter.
Take a walk, keep watching yourself.
The video shows blood on Garrett's right hand as he walks away with a firefighter. His agent released a statement Monday night saying in part, quote, Myles Garrett was involved in a one-car accident this afternoon and was transported to a local hospital to be medically evaluated. While we are waiting to learn the extent of his injuries, He has been alert and responsive, end quote.
The Ohio State Highway Patrol is investigating this crash. They told me this afternoon that they did not have any updates. Meanwhile, Miles Garrett has been released from the hospital. It's unclear right now the status of the passenger of the car, but in the video you could see her moving her legs around while lying on the ground.
Man, like again, you see that car, man, and I think Miles Garrett is lucky as hell, man. He should be thanking whatever spirit that he believes in, that was watching over him, because that car was fucked up, man. That car was fucked up, and you know, I see what Matt said right here. He said Miles Garrett said he swerved to avoid hitting an animal, which is fine. But we gotta, yeah. And man, you took it right out of my mouth. Okay, if you're avoiding an animal, cool. The only problem is unless there's cameras that can pinpoint what happened on that road, you know, it's all speculation. It really is. Because not no animal is going to stick around and say, hey, I was the animal he was trying to avoid that made him crash. But that was my point right there, Matt, what you're saying. What if I think speed was a factor? It had to be. In order for you to flip your car, man, you got to go at a nice little speed. And looking at that car, how it was damaged, it looked like it rolled a couple of times. So I'm pretty sure that'll come out in the investigating that the police are going to do. Because he definitely had to be going at a nice little clip. He had to be going a nice little clip for real. I mean, that was a pretty much it looked like a rural town, like, you know, out kind of outskirts of the city limits. You know, a 2-lane street, one going one way, one going the opposite way. And he probably was with the little female. Like, hey, girl, you like my little fancy Porsche, don't you? Watch this. Oh, shit. Deer, squirrel, whatever. I'm thinking that's what happened. You know, I'm no car crash investigator, nothing like that. But, I mean, we're all drivers. You know? There's certain things, like when you're speeding, man, it only takes a little shake here and there to each side, and you got an accident on your hands. I will say this. Thank goodness that no alcohol or drugs were related to this situation. That's a positive. The only negative I see in this situation, and there's a couple of negatives I see in this situation. One, I think speed was definitely involved. You know, you're not flipping over in a Porsche, tearing it up like that, going 30 miles per hour. You're not tearing it up like that. Nah. You had to be going on a nice clip to be flipping vehicles. You got to be going a nice clip. And then two, hope that Shorty isn't hurt, the passenger, because you don't want to be responsible for any injuries that she accumulated from this situation. You know, you don't want any type of legal situations going on with that, because we ain't heard from her part. We ain't heard from her story. Because I'm pretty sure she can easily say, oh, yeah, man, that motherfucker had his damn foot through the floor. Flying. She can corroborate anything that happened before that accident happened. She could corroborate if there was an animal that he was trying to swerve, or he was trying to be too fast, too furious. So I'm curious to see what Shorty's going to say, really. But I'm also curious as if she comes out and says that, oh, this motherfucker was speeding. Does that put him in any type of legal trouble? Not sure. Or maybe she's just a trill one and just going to shut the hell up. Who knows? But I'm kind of curious to see what that young lady has to say and how that really affects this situation. But I will say this: that body cam footage, the way that Miles was walking, I'll be surprised if that man plays on Sunday. You know, I will be surprised if Miles plays this Sunday. Because one, his body's still probably sore as hell. And I know he was discharged from the hospital. You know, that still don't take away any type of pain he's in. Any type of, I don't know, maybe trauma that he might be dealing with. You know, I'm pretty sure you flip your car so many times, it'll bring you some damn trauma. I'm pretty sure it will. But as it when it comes to football wise, it'd probably be best for him to sit this weekend's game out. Matter of fact, let's take a look at who the Browns play this weekend anyway. Real quick, who they play this upcoming week, and if they got the Falcons. Hey, he can miss that. they can figure that out. They will be able to figure that out based off of the impact that will show up when the dash is inspected. I didn't know that. I know that they can always calculate how fast you were going off of tire treads and shit like that. Because they did that in one of my accidents. They were like, "Oh, you were definitely going this miles per hour, or whatever." But it brings it all full circle, y'all. Brings it all full circle. That could have easily been something real bad, and that's why you appreciate every moment that you can get. Appreciate the small things. I think a lot of people take the small things for granted because that could have been bad. That could have been real bad. Could have been paralyzed. Could have been very severely injured. Hell, could have possibly died. Let's call a spade a spade. That was a surviving death type of situation right there. When you flip your car, man, you putting yourself in a real sticky situation when in that shit. But I hope he heals. We'll see what the any other circumstances or things come about. But yeah. There's one team that I think is done in the NFL, and they are completely done. And I didn't even think they even had a chance to begin with. But now that Mac Jones for the Patriots is going to be out for a few weeks, I think the Patriots are done, y'all. And you go to Lambeau this weekend. And you're going to be without Mac Jones, which your offense was already stagnant as it was. And you get Brian Hoyer or Bailey Zappi. A wrong week to play for the New England Patriots. Wrong week to be a starter. Because you're going to Lambeau. And if you saw what that Green Bay Packers defense did to Tom Brady, won't even compare what's about to happen this weekend. So fantasy footballers, if the Packers defense ain't already picked up, they in the waiver wire. Better go get them. Cause I think they gonna score big this week. They gonna get some sacks. They gonna get some sacks. Because that defense is looking good. That defense is looking real good for Green Bay. Yeah, I think the Patriots are done, man. I think this is the season that Bill Belichick is going to have to just chalk this one up to the game and just call it what it is. You know. So Yeah, don't expect much. Don't expect much from the Patriots this season. Not at all. Another team that I'm worried about. I might have said it the other night, but man, I'm worried about the Saints, man. Jameis Winston, man, I fell for the Kool-Aid, man. I took a big old gulp of that Jameis Winston Kool-Aid. Eat the W. I drank too much of it. I don't know what I was thinking. Because in the last two games, ain't been pretty for Jameis. Ain't been pretty at all. Against the Panthers last week, threw 2 interceptions and fumbled twice. He didn't lose any, but he fumbled twice, 2 interceptions. And then against the Buccaneers, didn't play particularly well either. Had 3 interceptions, and he fumbled again. So in 2 weeks, he's had 3 fumbles and 5 interceptions. No, he may have lost those fumbles, but hell, you showing bad ball security. You're fumbling the ball, and you're throwing interceptions. Now, when you do that, won't be too much winning that you're going to be able to do, because you're keeping your defense on the field. They're going to get worn out. They're going to get tired, and I don't care how great your defense is. And Saints got a good defense. Even Tampa Bay has a good defense. But if your offense can't sustain drives, your offense is giving up turnovers and keeping that defense on the field, eventually that defense is going to wear out. It happens every year. It's happened probably since the beginning of football. You don't let your defense get any rest. They're playing more than half of the game. You're losing that turnover battle and you're losing time of possession battle. It's not looking so good right now for the Saints. I don't know if they correct it. Obviously, they get Alvin Kamara back last week. Obviously, you're going to get him more in tuned in the offense, get him up to speed. He still has an assault situation he got to take care of, so you never know when the foot's going to drop on that. Which, by the way, I need to speak on that real quick. So Alvin Kamara still hasn't received any type of punishment, but there's a linebacker in Kansas City named Willie Gay that got suspended 4 games for damaging a Hoover vacuum. Yeah. Vacuum lives matter. Yeah. Add that to another weird disciplinary action by the league office in Roger Goodell. Make this shit make sense. But anyway, yeah, if Jameis continues to play like this, man, you might as well. I hope they turn around, because I need the Jameis Winston and the Saints to make me look smart with my take that they was going to win the NFC South. And quite frankly, I don't think they're that far out from the NFC South. Obviously, you already lost to Tampa Bay, but and you lost to Carolina, so you already got 2 division losses back to back. But I don't think they're out of it. Just behind the 8 ball a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, folks, that's the show. Y'all know the deal. Go give us a like, share, follow on Facebook, Instagram at I.O.W Sports and I.O.W Sports Network. And definitely give us a follow on YouTube, I.O.W Sports Network. Hit that bell notification, subscribe, spread the word of what we got going on. And then y'all make sure y'all come back tomorrow for episode 240, the I.O.W Sports Late Night Owl Edition. Coming again to y'all. Same 23rd hour, same mark on more. Peace and love, y'all.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill, TD, yes.
Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers load across the scene is dangerous. Aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters for my neighbors. Resisting human nature. Persistently getting greater. Blood chase like the Terminator. Fire up the green, I need it. Increase the dopamine. Feel better, so I kill better. Doped up for cocaine.